Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Gaming the Max and episode 15 of our Hearts of Iron for Kaiserreich, the Russian Empire. So, in the last episode, we had finally defeated the Reichspakt and then reinstituted the United States of Greater Austria and reformed a German Empire under um, Wilhelm IV, who is the grandson of Wilhelm II. That we are cousins, in a long line of cousins. Um, and then we also bring back the Habsburgs down here in Austria under Karl the First. Um, I think those were the right choices just for the strength of allowing them to build up. So we'll see. And really, what we've been focusing on since the last episode is fighting the USNS, which is the Ukrainian resistance movements. They also popped up in Belarus here, but mostly it's been in Ukraine here. We are doing the pacification campaigns in all these regions to help get stability, to help get resistance and compliance up in the regions. This is just pure resistance down in Ukraine, and I'll show you. This is what our map is looking like. There's a lot of of rough resistance. So, but we shall see. We'll see what we'll be able to do. I want the Land Cruiser. I wanted to build a Land Cruiser. I think those would be fun. But the episode, the game and the episode are not done just yet. Right now we're doing Tsar's People and People's Tsar. Ivan Solovynovich gets handed the Tsar, which is plus 15% political power gain and plus 5% party popularity stability or stability modifier. Vladimir gets Tsar of the People, which is recruitable population factor 5%, stability and war support plus 5% as well. So we'll finish that up. We'll probably come over here and do these two as well. And then people did say go to return to tradition as what we want to do. So I would like to get the pension systems, but it's okay if we can't. We can get all the ones on the bottom anyway. And I also would like to, we're going to do all of this down here. I will be doing Extinguish the Flames to try to topple the International. We also will be taking over China, and we will be defeating Japan and the Ottomans. So there's a lot more to do in the series and in the game. So I was gonna try to come down here and save the nationalist government down here, because I think that's who I needed for this one. Yeah, the Nanjing national government. Oh no, this is the Nanjing national government, so they have to be in power, which is kind of weird because they're socialist. We'll see. We'll see what comes about that. So the Kongjing Federalist Government. So Hunan, Shangji, Kongjing, they're all at war with the nationalists. Start researching the nuclear reactor. And then I agreed last episode I'm not going to be demanding Bessarabia because I did agree to Romania and not to take it. So, but yeah, other than that, it's pretty successful episodes. Iran, France. So there goes the Cairo Pact. We'll have to try to liberate them. Production cost. So we can do Estonia pacification. We'll do that. We'll do as many pacifications that pop up, to be honest with you. Though we lose manpower, we got plenty of manpower to use. I think all around it will just be a little bit better. We're going to start coming through here. We're going to get all the best equipment. Then we'll be going to war. I will tell you, we need 6,000 planes, which is a hefty amount of planes. And we're not producing anything lower right now, so I need to build a bunch of mill factories. We'll build a bunch of civ factories as well. Military police. We're going to get helicopter recon. We've been building helicopters and we don't got no use for them right now. Can I build these? I built 3 of them right there. Start building better radars. These are just future projects I'm just pushing out right now. And yeah, this does hurt my consumer goods factor, but that's fine. I know there is a spy that will help with getting rid of resistance, but I have not been able to find one. We do have, and we got it in the last episode, the counterinsurgency war, which we'll have for 2 years, and that helps us get rid of resistance way faster, and it gives us a lot more daily command power. So we do have a attaché over here with the nationalist military government. Oh, we got one more production efficiency gain. Now we can do the improved. Oh, we need over the northern skies. I really want proximity fuses. Dreadnoughts would be really interesting. The dreadnoughts are super outdated at this point. I might save up my naval point to get the there's the Tsar and the People's Tsar. Do better construction. What did it say I needed? Sorry, I'm trying to think right now. Over the northern skies, that's what it said we need. Adds technology range improvements. The USNSC protest against the frontier war. We have read this before. It came up in the last episode, so I'm not going to read it for you guys. I'm just going to take the hit to my war support. Probably could just do it against my paternal autocracy, but it's not like we can do much. We're pretty good on our war support right now, so. Let's see, with you, we'll just do cheaper production. Then with the Air Force, we can't do the jet engine yet. Flying bomb the mothership or the intercontinental ballistic. I've never built the mothership planes that I know of, so I kind of want to. Slight bit interested. Let's see. Down, we're down to 79%. So we're slowly bringing it down. Keyword is very slowly. And I do believe I'll go to war with the Ottomans here when I'm able to. I'll just take Constantinople and I'll just repuppet them. They were incredibly good allies for me. And they'll be incredibly good to take all of their stockpile from. So we appreciate all of the support they gave us during the war, and in repayment, we will destroy them. sounds like a good deal to me. I know Austria doesn't have a lot of units, and I know Germany won't have a lot of units for a while. They do have their own focus tree, though. So we refounded the German Empire. We could have done the German Volksstaat, but I thought it'd be more fitting to reinstitute a new uh, German Empire, and they should do Stratocracy. The spread of revolutionary cells. The end of the war hardly means the end of the resistance. Quite the contrary. Now that the German Empire lies in ruins and the Third International has triumphed in the West, it seems like the world revolution has never been closer. Our intelligence has developed a reasonably good profile of the post-war resistance group. They tend to be formed out of former soldiers with actual military training, often directed and funded by agents from France or Britain. These groups do not have a central organization, but they operate in clandestine cells across Russia, often cooperating with regional separatists. They are generally laying low and simply gathering men and equipment, no doubt under the directives from Paris to rise up in case of a war or massive unrest. We cannot be sure which labor organizations or parties have been infiltrated, so the intelligence officers have recommended being harsh rather than too lenient. Lose 100 political power, change popular syndicalism -6%, totalism -4%. We'll just do that. I know we don't have any of these, so we'll just get rid of them. Just lose that 100 political power, it'll be alright. We'll just gain it back. And like I said, we'll just keep trying to get rid of these resistance, the traitors there. We could do this. Elections will be held. Really probably need to upgrade my navy. But let's knock out the Ottomans. I don't think they'll join anybody. They could. We might have an issue with them joining somebody, but I'd say we'll blitz through them very, very fast anyway. So I do know going to war will increase my resistance back up. It's going down slowly. I can start pouring these areas. Isotope separation. In order to supply our reactors with nuclear fuel, we need to decide on the process for separating the useful isotopes of uranium from the rest. There are a number of proposals for separation, but the two frontrunners are gaseous and centrifugal. Centrifuge will be more efficient in the long run. Consumer goods factor 10% for a year. Adds 15% progression, or gaseous is proven technique. We don't get any negative. We'll just do centrifuge. It's not like I can't afford the consumer good factor increase. The poor Ottomans are like, we were your friends. Yes, you were my friend. Now I'm just gonna blitz through them. I, as the defender of the faith, deserve to own Constantinople. Can I give you armor and engineer companies? Gives you less soft attack, less piercing, a little bit more armor. That really doesn't do you very good, does it? Entrenchment, breakthrough. I thought that would be a little bit better for for them. This is going to increase again. The old enemy. Fighting in Ukrainian territories. Another series of shootouts happened in Ukraine, instigated by the USNS. Guerrilla fighters against a Russian military convoy. The separatist forces were largely former Ukrainian soldiers fighting under reasonably professional tactics. They were able to block the path of the column of trucks and armored cars and seize much of their armaments. Next time, it will not happen. Lose 4% stability. Resistance goes up by 7%. Wow. Our spies are working as hard as they possibly can to get this stuff gone. The old enemy. I want to call you. I think that's it. There we go. And computing, no. Latvia invites us to the Baltic Accord. Western Military Alliance, no. We could address the people. Could do this one. Some aces. Let's see. Maybe get you for the rocketry. Look, how's my resistance doing? Not doing bad. Broke food, and there's the fall of Constantinople. Готов. We've not broken through yet over here, but we should. Relatively soon. Get the better rocket artillery. Better light fighters. So I must have took one. My tank's like, excuse me, pardon me, coming through, driving through your land. Everybody should be on integration. I know you guys aren't. Oh yeah, they are. Prashenko and Protofis. Often the first ones to see the advantage of the new order are those who see financial possibility in it. Profotis, or the Union of Industry, Trade, Finance, and Agriculture, has been among one of the first Ukrainian organizations to offer their help to the new administration. Mikhail Ivanovich Tereshenko, perhaps one of the richest men in Ukraine, represented the organization in negotiations, backed by the help from Russian conservatives like Alexander Goslin, who is likewise originally from the Ukrainian business world. Tereshenko's background deal seeks to protect the rights of Ukrainians, especially in regards to their property, and seeks a major role in the reconstruction effort, likely seeing profit in it. In exchange of profits, our pro-Tofis network will use their connections and resources in Ukraine to support Russian government activities in the country. After all, the swift economic recovery of Ukraine is to everyone's advantage. Selling out your country so fast, huh? Plus 10% political power, or lose 80 political power, gain 9% compliance, and 1 civilian factory. We'll just do that. You guys are trying to sell out your own country. I'm okay with that. Greece, do you have any claims anywhere? Probably the islands. Yeah, I'll give Greece back the Aegean, the Dodecanese, and Cyprus. At least help out my little allies there. Let's address the people. So we were supposed to do that a long time ago. I absolutely butchered the Ottomans. Let's do rocket scientist. What we get for taking an army that had just defeated the Reichspakt. Now this does open up a massive front with the Socialist Republic of Iran, but we're going to have to fight them anyway. And there goes the Ottomans. We got 40,000 guns for that. That's great news. Did I really not take everything? Well, everybody wants to take the islands. I promise you, Greece, I will give them back. Or will I? No, I'm kidding. Think they're probably somewhat really bad navy. Let's see, amphibious jungle, do amphibious. Awesome. What a war, right? Actually be moving this army probably over here with the... I will leave... None of you. I'm going to take you guys. Naval support from Vladivostok to... right here. Split you all in half. Naval blade from here to here. Pizza Wrangel's troops will come over here to get ready for that fight. We will return Greek lands. Let me make sure. Yep, they get their islands back, and Crete, or Cyprus, not Crete, sorry. Nice. I think that helped them for sure. But Anatolia, we could just restore the Ottomans, which is probably what we'll do. But we have Defender of the Fate, right? Yeah. Allows Turkish Straits and the holy city of Constantinople to be claimed. Do that. We'll try to get better MPs. It'll take a while. Is that out of date? Oh, that's ahead of time. Whoops. Let's do better maintenance then. And, ooh. During the stress test, the chassis of the Land Cruiser was found unable to handle the immense weight, causing structural deformations. The design team is split on whether to add additional reinforcements, which would further increase the vehicle's weight, or use lighter materials, potentially compromising durability. redesign it entirely. We get more reliability. We get more armor, less reliability, or less armor. Let's just redesign it entirely and get the more reliability. I know that thing's gonna be unreliable. It's like crazy. Where's Lazistan at? Is it worth keeping? Not particularly. Just give it back. And then the Aegean coast. We'll just give back to the Ottomans. And there you go. We got Constantinople and Bursa. I wish, and if the developers ever have watched an episode of mine, I wish if we could do this, we could core this area. But I know it's not going to happen anytime soon. So we're down to 65%. So we're, like I said, we're slowly getting better and better with our resistance. And you guys probably have to fight down here, to be 100% honest with you. Or maybe into the Alps, but we'll just leave you there. And there we go. All this is done except for the proximity fuses. Don't want these anymore. This is just super outdated. Through small frames, yeah. Sure. And we need aluminium. Now we can do improves course, which gives us production output 20% more. Let's do excavation. It's crazy that we've used all of our aluminum. Probably about to get hit with a big resistance bump. More fighting in the Ukrainian territories. We just read this one. We lose 4% stability and gain 7 resistance. The Guangjing Federalist government took 16 states. National Protection Alliance took 10. And the Nanjing government fell. Which, let me look. The Fangtang government now. So these guys have to be the ones to win. The de-Latinization. Besides the Balkans, it can be argued that White Russia suffered the greatest from German occupation culturally. The Germans went to great lengths to try to separate it from the Trireme Russian nation, and perhaps one of the worst crimes of the separation. The Minsk government went as far as to Latinize the Belarusian language. Mass literacy programs were also carried out with the limited funding that was available, leading to more widespread use of the language itself, and thus its Latin alphabet. There can be no question of what is necessary. The local Belarusian government executive committee has decreed a return to the Cyrillic as the official script of the Belarusian language, which it was for centuries until the German occupation. While in the short term, the reintroduction of Cyrillic may come with its difficulties, it's a worthy price to pay. We cannot afford a separate anti-Russian Belarusian identity to form again. They are to be forever part of our nation. The mistake of the past will be corrected. We lose 5% compliance, but we gain 20 political power. I would have rather just kept the compliance. purified graphite or heavy water? We'll do purified graphite. I want proximity fuses. We'll address the people. We'll get more stability. Try to, at least. Venezuela elects a syndicalist government. We'll do soft attack. I think this is done. Address the people. And those do distribute honors. Let's see, how are you guys doing? Good. Oh, there's a Republic of Korea now. Puppet of the Fang Tang government. You guys are pretty strong. Can you restart the continuation war, I wonder? I'd say Shang-Zi or something will attack them. National Protection Alliance was capitulated. A U.S.-backed coup in Venezuela. They elected a syndicalist government, and then Jimenez couped them. Minister of Ukrainian Matters. A new idea has been floated around in the cabinet as the creation of a new ministry, the Ministry of Ukrainian Matters. Its proponents argue that with the ongoing resistance movement in Ukraine, the establishment of a cabinet position whose sole concern would be the support and development of the Ukrainian lands would greatly improve our standing among the war-weary populace. Naturally, it is likely that the minister would be ethnically Ukrainian and would seek to defend Ukrainian culture and political rights. In practice, this would give more power to the Ukrainian position in the executive branch. While all of this makes sense on the surface, there are opponents both on the left and the right. One of the main reasons that this is being proposed in the first place is that Ukraine is undoubtedly the most important of the recovered territories, having a pre-war population around 40 million, and being an integral part of the Russian nation, not to mention economically important. But some still see it as favoritism and argue that if we are proposing a minister of Ukrainian matters, we might as well have a minister for every autonomy. So where does it end? Some also see this as excessive bureaucratization. The autonomies exist for the reason, they say. There's no reason to concede even more to our minorities. Should we give it time and effort? Surely the protests will calm down on their own. Make sense? Or we can't play favorites. We'll just gain the 1% compliance. It really is not that big of a deal. While we're sitting here, though, see, my submarines got butchered during the war. We will take all the submarines we got and make a massive fleet instead of how I like to do, because most of these just aren't worth what we've got. They did. Whoever's boats these were, they sunk a bunch of my submarines. Your battleships. Who are you? I think these are the Finnish. And this is the German for sure. You are the Ottoman forces we just took. We'll mass merge you. We actually might take you away for Alexander Kerensky. But you are really good. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. I want you to take your massive fleet and head to We'll wait for them all to merge, and then we're going to send them to Vladivostok. I know for a fact that's going to take forever. Take all you. Send you to Vladivostok. Take all of you. Also send you to Vladivostok. Oh, they might not be able to make it. Nope. Let's see, we'll get the better planes. The better cannons. How are we doing on our occupied territories? That's 61%. Really starting to get it down quite well. Aluminum. Get from Germany. So we're building all of this. I don't remember if you build I don't know if when you build infrastructure if this will help comply like resistance to go down or anything. I actually can't remember. I know I can be building more factories, but I also need resources for some reason. There you go, Afghanistan. Don't say Mother Russia never did nothing for you. We can see if it does it, but I just give the coach more something to target, so just get all of this build up. There's that. Then we'll start doing everybody else. We could do the Eureka conference. Not going to. So 130 days. We'll do the naval rearmament. Actually, we won't do the naval rearmament. I had lied. I'm going to do the of the ruins of an empire. Though none of those states are still around, except for Yemen. Fighting in the Ukrainian territories, we lose another 4% base stability and gain 7 more resistance. It's down to 64%. Daily resistance decay is 0.2. Abkhazia Where's that at? Right here. So the Georgian territories are now starting to become cores. You're at 76. You should become one soon. 77, 55, and 48. I do want to give you thing of rocket artillery. Hope I had enough rocket artillery. Oh, I did not. Oops. The Sevastopol trials. All is now well into the recently liberated city of Sevastopol, known for its peculiar character and even more peculiar politics. Long before 1917, it was considered a bastion of Jewish intellectualism and political thought. Sevastopol, alongside Kiev, was the headquarters of many Jewish political movements, with the Ukrainian Jewish Democratic Party being one of the most prominent recent examples. However, in the re-established Russian authority, there are relentless efforts to extinguish that flame. With the initial wave of violence by Russian soldiers having been subsided, what remains of the Jews of Ukraine now face prolonged oppression by legislation, police, and litigators. The NMD government swiftly launched a vast campaign to root out lingering Bolshevism and Germanism in the liberated lands. This campaign quickly targeted Jews, especially in Sevastopol, Kiev, and Minsk, but also in many other cities. The illegal anti-Semitism has resulted in the imprisonment and deportation of the Jewish civil and cultural leaders and the forced disbandment of every Jewish political party still active. The older generation expresses frustration, seeing this new regime as no different from the Tsarist regime of old. Others believe that targeting the Jews is a deliberate move to give ethnic Russians, Ukrainians, and Belarusians a common enemy, aiding in the reintegration efforts of the Tsardom of Russia. Most simply shrug or flee, lose 2% stability. The Russians seem to enjoy being of that caliber in this. We can also do the Chinese frontier, finish all those up. So it's just giving me time to get better planes, to be 100% honest with you. Though we do have 6,000, so. Push out. $1,000 a U. $500 a U. $2,000 a U. $2,000 a U. I need 40 power projection. That's what I'm trying to do. This is power projection. This makes me lose it. This makes me gain it. I think I have 35. Actually, I'll have enough with the Chinese frontier to do it. I'll lose it if I go to war with Japan. If I do this one, I'll lose it. But if I do this one, I gain it back. So I should be good to do it. Projection efficiency, retention, cap or growth. Oh, we'll do cap and growth. Large cannons. Give me the better engines. Chinese frontier. We can do the anti-international pact. Ooh, all aircraft cheaper to build. Occupation. The nationalist military government was annexed. I'd say the Fang Tang will be going to war here soon. Oh. I just spoke the war into existence for them. I will send you an attaché. Do you need anything? I guess I could give you, I wasn't reading what that said, but I hope it just said that they were getting stuff. You can have these, all of these old planes. Interwar. Some absolutely horrific looking things. I'll give you maybe a few of my better ones. I really don't care about most of this equipment. Gladiator. You're the ones I actually do care about. Oh, you only have 90, so I actually won't give any of you. I'll give 300 of these once. I'll give 300 of those. Then if you'd like, here's... Do you have any tanks? No. What I'll do... I know this is not very exciting to watch me do this, but I'll come down here. Give them some of our worst guns that we have. I wish, seriously, I wish there was a button to say I want to view by like how much I have of something. Do the Mausers. Yeah, I'm good with that. Don't want to support them too much in case they don't like me. Pretty massive amount of equipment going to them. Maintenance companies. You better recon. Got to me. Toomey just became a core. Nice. Keep it classified or celebrate it. Again, 100 political power, change popularity. A paternal autocracy by 10%. Everybody might benefit from it. We'll just share it. Might as well. Yeah, I know. Safety and reliability. More expensive. Agility, max speed, and fuel usage. I guess most people just go for reliability. I like the air defense, make it a little bit more expensive, but I can offset that by using a certain something, so. Let's see. I could build an advanced light tank. Fighting in the Ukrainian territories, this happened again. I think this is gonna, excuse me, just keep popping. To lose 4% stability, 7% resistance gain. And Georgia is now a core. Sweet. All out everybody to train right now. I wonder if infantry actually goes, if it counts with my Marines. We'll give you... what is it? Assault engineers. We can give you helicopter brigades. Trying to see what will help them with the knocking out the targets, but let's see. We can do anti-partisan campaigns. Do those. That removes the partisan activity. I think we're finally starting to get it underhand over here in Ukraine. Oh, well, that's Belarus, so... Um, 50 more mines. We'll just do it where we can do it in different areas. Find arms, do total aviation for the production cost cheaper. Actually, I can send 9. I'll send you volunteers for right now. Just my air wings, though. You're all close air support. Your air pilots are dead. First, second, third, and fourth. Actually, we'll just do the first, second, third. First. And I will take 2 close air support. The first and third. The reason I'm not going to take as many fighters is I know none of the other Chinese factions have fighters right now, so... Or if they do, they're not good enough to make a difference. I will send some tanks over there once I've defeated Japan, which I need to try to do as soon as possible. Japan, is it only you? Or you're allied with the Philippines, if that's it. Engines 4. Could do cannons too, which I'm going to try to do before we build our newest plane. Yeah, I think we're doing quite well right now. We're not close to finish the organized resistance, but Northern Livonia is now a core. Let's see, production efficiency gain 40%, production efficiency cap plus 10%, resources needed. Do resources needed. Let's see, we could start to do improved. Ooh, the Svyatogor. The team has perfected a cutting-edge hydro-pneumatic suspension system that balances the immense weight of the Land Cruiser, ensuring stability and reducing strain on the tracks even when traversing rough terrain. Nikolay Dukov is confident this suspension can be reliably implemented for better performance in the field. We get 3 stability, 3 reliability, but production cost plus 5%. Yeah, we'll just do full hydro-pneumatic suspensions. Heirs to Navy. Navy, 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 Navy. Where are you at? You. Get me those proximity fuses, please. Do want to build a radar station here. Let's do 15 for rebuilding. Probably do it in Mongolia because that seems where most of the fighting is at right now. Could do better. I really need just the better ships. I've very seriously forgot my navy this entire game. Oh. I don't think any of these guys even have anti-tank. My tanks would wreak havoc. So we need to win, right? We have an ability to invade a puppet China or establish trade agreements of cooperation. I always want to invade. They might not even need my help. French Republic wants docking rights now. I actually don't care that much, but I'm just going to say no because I can. Well, interestingly enough, the Austrians have tanks made up. You only have 14 manpower. What are you on? Extensive conscription? Ooh. Estonia is now core. Do the anti-international pact. Samagotia. Yes, delicious cores. Fighting in the Ukrainian territories, same as always. They're down to 49%, so might actually be able to start doing these police maneuvers soon. About done with our army breakthroughs, actually. Even if the Fang Tang lose, I can still attack. Let's see. So you out, you out, you out. What else do I want to be being built? Some improved transport planes. Not too shabby. I think we're gaining manpower right now. 137%. Very nice. Fleet is over here. You guys on strike force. Yeah. Hoping my Marines can hit and go. Alright, with Russia or with communism, as media campaigns was launched in Ukraine and some other border regions focused on the evils of socialism in the West, a lot of space was given to interviews and writings of Western anti-social dissidents. There were horrifying stories of terrible conditions under socialist regimes. Some texts were even taken from socialists like Eric Blair, who had been harsh critics of the syndicalist systems. These campaigns seek to portray the West as a morally decadent, chaotic, and arbitrary, drawing many similarities between the Bolsheviks and the ruling mobs of Paris and London, laying siege to the old Western culture and crushing cathedrals to the ground. They are contrasted with the stories of Ukrainians and Belarusian soldiers who fought bravely against the Reds 20 years ago. All in all, the campaign's purpose seemed clear. If you choose between communism and Russia, at least in Russia, you can own your own farm. So true, we gained 1% war support, 1% compliance in all of Ukraine. Like I said, I can kind of start seeing these guys doing better and better. Yugoslavia joins, Romania joins, Latvia, Greece, Poland, Ireland, the Netherlands, Germany, Finland, Albania, Austria, they all joined. The Swiss said no. The Nordic Federation said no. Let's see. We'll consider the post-war situation with the international potentially imposing mutual guarantees on neutral countries and army limits. Additionally, depending on our leverage, we may be able to force the international white peace with the Entente if they exist. We will do restoration of the Imperial Life Guard just to get it done. Let's see. Fuel. Rubber. How are you doing, Germany? Rebuild the German Panzer Corps. Oh, you did German National Populist. Should have done this. Whatever. Look for reformist. Pursue reunification. You are reunified, so. Let's see. The Federation still can't join because they're at war with a great power. Has researched the maximum research bonus of 50%. Okay. Do these better MPs. Yeah, once they actually form China, which they probably will, I'll defeat them. Memel is now a core. Be gaining a lot of cores. They're all at 39% now. Cannons 2 researched. Those types of pills. Or radios. We'll just do all of my spy agency. Let's see. Breakthrough, production efficiency. Let's do breakthrough for the speed. Those be very, very slow. The enormous multi-turret design is causing severe alignment and aiming issues, delaying weapon integration. The engineer team recommends simplifying the turret layout to improve reliability, but by doing so, we'll reduce the planned firepower. Can keep the original design, redesign the turret. which gives us breakthrough, max speed, but production cost. Or we could do negative 3% breakthrough, negative 2% production. We'll do redesign the turret mechanism. Keep going. See anything here. Can't start knocking them out just yet. We could do that, but I'm really not worried. There's the lifeguard. Do Masters of the North. Let's keep balance on that. Creation of the International Avant-Garde. The combined effort of the Commune of France and the Union of Britain a few days ago birthed the International Avant-Garde, a program that aims to create a unified art style for art and genre for music, as well as new literary techniques. Each of them encouraged to be socialist, unorthodox, anti-traditional, and anti-religious. It supported the artists, writers, and musicians from all over the world will participate in the program, from the United States to South Africa to Japan. The first festival to show off the fruits of the program is planned to happen within 2 years at Cannes. It's this drawing of a new syndicalist entertainment. Solidarity Forever. Provisional Government of Germany under George von Kraut. I don't think they can collapse like they used to be able to. I could be wrong though. The French Republic's about to go bye-bye. No longer getting that. I'm surprised the United States really hasn't done much for the Entente. They're really probably focused more over here on Japan, which after this Masters of the North, I will be going to war with them. I also probably will be justifying on these guys. Campaign of passive resistance across Ukraine. A number of Ukrainian dissidents marched in the streets carrying signs. We've seen this as well. I just have to lose the one compliance. I'd rather do that. Lose the political power. See the merged national armies. You're good. You're the Social Democratic, which I don't really care too much about. But I could knock him out. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's... How long would it take for me to do that? 185 days. All right. Once we're done with that, if they... If needs be, I kind of wanted to go to war with them anyway and make them a puppet. Yeah, I don't think the Fang Tang will be able to survive the push here. I want medium bombers, fighters, cruise heavies. I think the only ones that can reach them are my tacticals. I've used strategic bomb and naval bomb. Yes. Next episode, this will be our main goal here. Is the Burnt Sun. We will do the Triumph of the Restored Empire and Return to Tradition. You might just click on it now. Offer guarantee of independence accepted by Iceland. There's the fall of Shanghai. By who? Oh. Joins the Baltic Accord is making strides towards a more prosperous future with our assistance. And Shanghai has fallen. Vilnius is now a core. Ooh, nice. The old capital of Lithuania. But you don't seem to want my guarantee. See, I really need the jet engines, which is you, so we'll have to wait a little bit. But I think now is as good a time as any. Let's do more reliability. Oh. Let's do production cost. But yeah, I think now is a good time as any to end the episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. We are very, very. I don't actually think very slow. We're very quickly beginning to core up these territories over here. You know, the capital of Lithuania has just been cored. All of the Baltics that we could do has been cored. Georgia has all been cored. Just waiting for Azerbaijan now. And then we've been rooting out resistance in Ukraine, I think, very, very, very well. Well, we beat the Ottomans this episode. And really, we're going to prepare. Next episode will be a definite push against Japan. Then we will be attacking the reform China whenever they reform. I know it'll be once the Fang Tang are defeated, they'll reform up. We'll defeat them, and then probably the Nordic Federation. So boom, 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 and then we'll go to war with the International, and we can decide if we want to go to war with the Entente or not. I'll leave that up to you guys. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.